ECNEC, chaired by Chief Advisor, approves 9 projects worth Taka 3,756 crore. At least 26 killed, over 50 injured in Indian missile strike in Pakistan. Emergency declared in Pakistan's Punjab province. Islamabad claims shooting down 5 Indian jets. National Security Committee gives green signal to Pakistan Army to give befitting reply to Indian attack. In reaction to Indian missile strike on Pakistan, Donald Trump says it is a shame. China says strike is regrettable. UN Secretary General expresses deep concern, urges both countries to show highest restraint. Bangladesh keenly observing India-Pakistan situation. Foreign Office urges both sides to maintain peace. Government to increase gas supply in industries by reducing in power sector, says Power and Mineral Resource Advisor. Election Commission suspends NID check services of Bragg Bank and Answer VDP following data leak. Tribunal endorsed interrogation of former IGP Shahidul Haq and 3 others in Jahajbari terrorist drama, where 9 young persons were killed and implicated as terrorists. At least 3 people killed and 35 injured in Israeli airstrike in Yemen's capital Sana'a. Houthi rebels warn stern reply. And Inter Milan enters Champions League final, defeating Barcelona by 7 goals in a thrilling match. Assalamu alaikum viewers, I am Tanzila Manar Sultana welcoming you all to News at 10. You have just heard the headlines, now moving on to news in details. The Executive Committee of the National Economic Council (ECNEC) has approved 9 projects involving an overall estimated cost of 3,756 crore 20 lakh taka. The approval came from the ECNEC meeting held with ECNEC Chairperson, Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus in the chair at the NEC conference room at Shere Bangla Nagar in Dhaka today. Members of the Advisory Council and Planning Commission and secretaries concerned were present in the meeting. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus today thanked the United Arab Emirates for making significant progress towards resuming visas for Bangladeshi nationals and welcomed investment proposals from the country in various sectors. Professor Yunus conveyed his gratitude to Sheikh Nahyan bin Mubarak Al Nahyan, Cabinet Minister of Tolerance and Coexistence of the UAE, who led a high-level delegation in a meeting with the Chief Advisor at the State Guest House, Jamuna. Ahmed bin Ali Al Saeg, Minister of State, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, UAE, Muhammad Abdul Rahman Al Habi, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Investment, were part of the delegation. Al Nahyan told the Chief Advisor that he came in Dhaka under the instruction of their President to express solidarity and underline their friendship with Bangladesh. The UAE recently started issuing 30 to 50 visit visas on daily basis. Bulk visas for business delegations have also been expedited in recent weeks. In addition, the online system for skilled employment visas has been reactivated by the Ministry of Human Resources. Visas for marketing managers, hotel staff, etc. have been issued via this route in recent weeks. Furthermore, 500 visas for security guards have also been issued, with approval for another 1,000 are in the pipeline. UAE Ambassador in Dhaka Abdullah Ali Al Hamudi and Bangladesh Ambassador to UAE Tariq Ahmed were also present at the meeting. The UAE delegates, led by Sheikh Nahyan bin Mubarak Al Nahyan, also a former Minister for Higher Education, arrived in Dhaka today on a short visit. They were received by Chief Advisor's Special Envoy Lutfi Siddiqui at the Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport. The UAE delegates left Bangladesh after the meeting. India and Pakistan issues and have once again become embroiled in military tensions over the Kashmir issue. India launched missile strikes on 6 locations in Pakistan last night. According to Pakistan's Inter-Services Public Relations (ISPR), at least 26 people, including 2 children, were killed and 46 injured in India's Operation Sindoor. In retaliation, Pakistan launched counterattacks the same night. The Pakistani military claimed to have shot down 5 Indian fighter jets involved in the strikes. They also claimed to have destroyed a brigade headquarters and a checkpoint of the Indian Army in Kashmir. India, on the other hand, reported that 10 Indian nationals were killed and 35 injured in Pakistan's retaliatory strikes along the line of control. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif condemned India's missile strikes as cowardly and vowed a strong response. US President Donald Trump labeled Indian attacks as shameful and expressed hope for a swift resolution to the crisis. China termed India's strikes on Pakistan as regrettable and urged both sides to exercise restraint. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed deep concern over the escalating conflict and called on both nations to show maximum restraint. The military escalation began following the killing of 26 people in an armed attack on tourists in Pahalgam in India-administered Kashmir on April 22. Bangladesh urged both India and Pakistan to remain calm, show restraint and refrain from taking any steps that could further aggravate the situation. The Foreign Ministry said in a statement this afternoon, it said that in the spirit of regional peace, prosperity and stability, Bangladesh remained hopeful that tensions would be diffused through diplomatic endeavors. Dhaka also hoped that peace will ultimately prevail for the benefits of the people in the region. Police supers along the bordering districts have been asked to remain alert so that Bangladesh's security does not hamper, centering the tension between India and Pakistan. Inspector General of Police Baharul Alam said these while replying to the queries of the newsmen after the award-giving ceremony of annual police shooting competition at Shooting Federation in the capital today. IG of Police further said that Bangladesh's security has been beefed up, centering conflict between India and Pakistan. Police is vigilant so that no militant or terrorist can enter the country, he added. National Consensus Commission today held talks with Nagorik Oiko as part of its ongoing discussions with political parties to build a consensus on reform proposals of various commissions. National Consensus Commission Vice Chairman Professor Ali Riaz, members Dr. Badiul Alam Mojumdar, Safar Raj Hussain and Chief Advisors Special Assistant Munir Haidar were present. A 6-member delegation of Nagorik Oiko led by its General Secretary Shahidullah Kaisar joined the meeting. Ali Riaz said each political party will have a different position, but they have to come to a consensus on some fundamental points. He said that discussions alone are not enough. Political parties must also reach a consensus through dialogue with both their allies and opponents to move forward with the goal of establishing a national charter. Constitutional Reform Commission, the Public Administration Reform Commission, the Electoral Reform Commission, the Judiciary Reform Commission and the Anti-Corruption Commission. The important recommendations mentioned in the report of the Reform Commissions and the specific opinions of the political parties were sent to 39 political parties in the form of a spreadsheet. So far, 35 political parties have submitted their opinions to the Commission. Earlier, the National Consensus Commission began formal discussions on March 20 to finalize the recommendations made by the Reform Commissions. The Commission has already concluded the initial phase of discussions with 25 political parties, including the Nagorik Oiko. The International Crimes Tribunal has granted permission to reinterrogate 3 individuals, including former Inspector General of Police IGP AKM Shahidul Haq, in a case filed over crimes against humanity concerning the staged militant operation in Jahajbari, Kallanpur, Dhaka, which led to the killing of 9 people. The order was issued today by a 3-member judicial panel of the International Crimes Tribunal headed by Chairman Justice Muhammad Ghulam Murtuza Mojumdar. According to the order, former IGP AKM Shahidul Haq will be interrogated on May 25, former Dhaka Metropolitan Police DMP Commissioner Muhammad Asaduzzaman Mia on May 27, and former Deputy Commissioner of DMP's Mirpur Division Muhammad Jashimuddin Mullah on May 29. The interrogations will take place at the safe home of the Tribunal's investigation agency. Additionally, the court has scheduled the next hearing of the case for July 14. Earlier on April 9, the 3 accused officers appeared before the tribunal. Following a prosecution petition, the tribunal had granted permission to interrogate them on April 21, 22 and 23 while in the custody of the investigation agency. Besides this case, the accused are also reportedly involved in another murder case in the July uprising. Election Commission has temporarily suspended verification services with BRAC Bank and Bangladesh Ansar and Village Defence Party VDP following evidence of leakage of stored NID information of citizens. NID Wing Director General of Election Commission ASM Humayun Kabir stated this today. He said on April 6, monitoring found evidence of a leak of the Commission's data from 2 companies. The data leak is happening in these 2 institutions, Ansar VDP and BRAC Bank. Then, according to the decision of the authorities, I have closed it temporarily. An ID Wing Director General of EC said that investigation into the information leakage has already been started. A total of 186 organizations from the NID Wing have agreement with the EC to avail information verification services. The services of 5 companies have also been suspended after the data was leaked to third parties receiving NID services in February. This time, evidence of data leakage was also found in 2 institutions. The Appellate Division of the Supreme Court today fixed May 13 for resuming hearing on Jamaat-e-Islami's appeal against a High Court verdict that scrapped its registration with the Election Commission as a political party. Full bench of the Appellate Division, headed by Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed, set the date, said Jamaat's lawyer Muhammad Shishir Monir. Jamaat's appeal hearing began on March 12 this year following a significant development last October when the Appellate Division revived its previously dismissed appeal. The revived appeal had earlier been set for hearing on September 1, a date fixed by the Chamber Judges Court of the Appellate Division. Jamaat lost its registration status when the High Court declared the party's registration illegal on August 1 in 2013. The Election Commission later issued a notification cancelling the registration on December 7 in 2018. Jamaat challenged the High Court's verdict, but the appeal was dismissed in November last year by a 6-member Appellate Division bench headed by the then Chief Justice Ubaidul Hassan due to the absence of the party's lead counsel. As a result, the High Court's decision remained in force. Amid political turbulence, Sheikh Hasina's government imposed a ban on Jamaat-e-Islami and its student wing Islami Chhatra Shibir on August 1 under Section 18 subsection 1 of the Anti-Terrorism Act during the height of an anti-discrimination student movement. The Home Ministry subsequently issued a notification banning the organizations. However, the decision was revoked later on August 28 and a new notification was issued withdrawing the ban. The Anti-Corruption Commission ACC has summoned ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina for questioning tomorrow in connection with allegations of embezzling thousands of crores of taka in the name of development projects at various airports during the regime of the Awami League government. Earlier on 5th of May, the SEC sent separate letters from its head office requesting Sheikh Hasina to appear and provide a statement on 8th of May. The summon letters were sent to Sheikh Hasina's addresses in Dhanmondi in the capital and Tungipara of Gopalganj, said the SEC. Among the other individuals summoned are former State Minister for Civil Aviation and Tourism Muhammad Mahbub Ali and former Secretary of the same ministry Mukammil Hussain. Summon letters were also sent to both their Dhaka and hometown addresses. Among those summoned, Mahbub Ali has been arrested while Sheikh Hasina is reportedly in India and Mukammil Hussain is absconding. On 30th of December last, the SEC decided to launch an investigation into corruption of former military advisor to the ex-fascist Prime Minister Tariq Ahmed Siddique, former Senior Secretary of the Ministry of Civil Aviation and Tourism Mohibul Haq, Chairman of the Civil Aviation Authority of Bangladesh Mohammad Mufidur Rahman and 6 other top officials. The allegations against them include fraud, forgery, various irregularities and the embezzlement of thousands of crores of taka over the past 15 years in the name of airport development projects. Commerce advisor S.K. Bashiruddin laid emphasis on taking an action plan to bring the number of thalassemia patients in Bangladesh down to zero within the next 10 years. He said this while speaking as the chief guest at a program organized on the occasion of International Thalassemia Day 2025 at the auditorium of Bangladesh Shishu Hospital in Dhaka today. The advisor said each thalassemia patient may require up to 20 to 30,000 taka for treatment. Emphasizing the importance of awareness, S.K. Bashir said the disease is largely preventable through proper screening and public education. Chairman of the Management Board of Bangladesh Shishu Hospital and Institute, Professor Dr. A.K.M. Azizul Haq presided over the event, while former head of the Department of Pediatric Medicine of Bangladesh Shishu Hospital and Institute, Professor Dr. Muhammad Salimuzzaman was the special guest. At the program, Director of Bangladesh Shishu Hospital and Institute, Professor Dr. Muhammad Mahbubul Haq delivered the welcome speech.
Ma, ক্ষুধা লাগছে, খাইতে দাও। টেবিলে খাবার রাখা আছে, হ্যাঁ নে। মা, আমি এই খাবার খাবো না। কেন? তাইলে গন্ধ? গন্ধ হইব কেন?
কি হইছে? লক্ষ্মী মায়ের ধমকাইতেছো কেন?
লক্ষ্মী না চাই, প্রত্যেক বেলা খাবার নিয়ে ঝামেলা করে। কথাটা ঠিক না। আমি কইছি পচাবাসি খাবার আমি খাবো না। ভাইজান কি করমু কও? প্রত্যেক বেলা নতুন নতুন রান্নার সময় কই। তাই এক বেলা রান্ধি দুই বেলা খাই।
একবার রান্না করে দুই বেলা খাইতেই পারো, কিন্তু রান্না করা খাবার ভালোভাবে সংরক্ষণ করে খাইতে হইব।
এটা আবার কেমনে?
রান্না করা খাবার স্বাভাবিক তাপমাত্রায় 2 ঘন্টার বেশি রাখা যাইব না। 2 ঘন্টার বেশি রান্না করা খাবার খাওয়ার আগে আবার ভালো কইরা গরম করে নিতে হইব।
মামা, তুমি মাইরে কও, তোমার পরামর্শ মাইনা চলতে। ঠিক আছে রে মা, আর কইতে হইব না।
পচাবাসি খাবার খেলে অসুখ হবে সবাই বলে, সুস্থ দেহ যদি চাই টাটকা খাবার সদাই খাই।
Moving on to